Hey, what's up guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Had a Unique Kekkei Genkai. And yeah guys, it's an unscripted movie as well. Now before continuing this, if you haven't then please do leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And without further ado, let's begin with our story. Our story begins in Konohagakure no Sato. It was October 10th at night time, as Naruto and his siblings were born. They were triplets, and they were born inside the Uzumaki Namikaze family, and the most prominent united clan of Namikaze was a civilian and Uzumaki clan, which were known and feared for their Funjutsu and Kenjutsu, and their Uzumaki chakra chains. But it was not a happy day for the family, because a masked person arrived at their location in which the birthing process was taking place and killed each and every one of the nurses except for the family, and was able to manipulate Minato in order to save his children and took his wife away hostage. And when Minato returned for his wife, Kushina Uzumaki, it was already too late. The Kyuubi no Yoko was released upon the village and was roaring and causing destruction, which caused great distress to the villagers inside, and they were rushed to the shelters by the Genins, while the Chunins, Jonins, and Anbus, alongside the third Hokage and clan heads, were at the battlefield already, trying to prevent the Kyuubi from going any further near the village to cause more havoc and destruction than it already had done. As the Kyuubi was proven more stronger than they thought, because their morale was dropping, as the current Hokage Minato wasn't anywhere to be seen on the battlefield. And suddenly in a yellow flash he arrived on Gamabunta's head as Gamabunta tackled the giant Biju, as the giant toad fought the Biju while Minato prepared an altar and seal. As the shinobis aided the giant toad as well, and on the other side, Kushina, while hugging Naruto, rushed towards the battlefield, still panting heavily. Because of her Uzumaki genes, she was alive, and because of her sheer willpower. As she arrived on the battlefield, she saw that Minato was already done with the seals drawn on their children, Menma and Mito, as the Kyuubi already was seeing this and was about to attack when she unleashed her chakra chains and held the Kyuubi for enough time for Minato to complete the hand sequence to seal the Biju by splitting it in half, yin and yang, to seal both of the sides inside their children. And he was successful, as Kushina was panting heavily, as suddenly a woman appeared behind her and patted her shoulder. Kushina looked up, but her nerves calmed down when she saw Tsunade. Flashback. Tsunade and Jiraiya were entering the village when they met. Oh, what are you doing here, Jiraiya? You know me, I was just visiting Minato. The Gaki is going to be a father today. He told me in his letter previously that Kushina was going to give birth today, so yeah, I thought why don't I go give them a visit? Oh? Kushina also said me the same thing in her letter that she wrote me. She wanted me to be the godmother of the said children. Really now? Minato wanted me to be the godfather. Yeah, like that stupid Minato would want a pervert to be his children's guardian. Yeah, right. Well, let's just go there and see. Wanna bet on it? As their bickering was stopped when they felt a giant amount of killer intent. As their eyes widened. Is that? Oh no. As both of them dashed towards the village, but it was already too late. When they arrived there, the Biju was gone when they were on the battlefield, as they saw Kushina panting there, and so was Minato. As Kushina was taken care by Tsunade while Jiraiya went towards the said man who stopped the Biju by sealing it inside his two children. End of the flashback, as Jiraiya was now patting Minato's shoulder while holding on to his two children. Both had red hair with yellow streaks and purple eyes. Their names were Menma and Mito, two older of the three triplets, while Naruto had more prominent blonde hair and blue eyes, resembling his father. As Jiraiya then said, "Well, Gaki, you deserve some rest." "No, Sensei, we all do, but not now. We have to go to the council meeting." As Minato limped towards Kushina, "Is she alright?" "Take it easy, Minato, she's fine. She's just exhausted. Being ripped apart from her Biju. I'm just thankful that she isn't killed off like that. And not only that, she was able to unleash the chakra chains and last bit of her chakra was used. She could have died from chakra exhaustion, but thank Kami that she's alive somehow. And well, Yokata." Minato passed out then and there, as both of them were rushed to the hospital. And they were rushed to the hospital after passing out, as after 3 hours of sleep, Minato woke up. But he was still tired. "Relax, Kaki. Lie down. You depleted a lot of chakra by pulling that stunt over there." "It was necessary, Sensei," Minato said in a weak voice. Kushina and the kids, they're fine, Jiraiya said. Just rest now. But what about the council? Sensei is taking care of that. You don't need to worry about anything. I see. So, what now? Minato asked. Well, I was hoping that I was going to convince you so that we could take your children for the training trip that I told you about. You still believe on that prophecy that Gamamaru-sama told you? Yeah, Gaki. I'll be lying if I said I didn't. I believe in it. Well, I'm going to believe in your word, Sensei. Say, why don't we bring Naruto with us as well? He's the only one that don't have any kind of biju inside of him. I don't see any wrong with that. I mean, who's gonna leave a child behind uncared? Yeah, some cold-hearted bastards, that's who, said Jiraiya as they laughed at his joke. As Tsunade came in, yeah, Jiraiya, you and your lame jokes. So Minato, I'm happy to tell you that Kushina is safe and out of the danger zone, and your children, I have them examined completely, and you'll be surprised that one of them has a kekkei, a new one that was never been found or seen before. As this piqued the interest in the two males. Which one? Naruto. The blonde one, right? That's what his name is, right? Yes, his name is Naruto. Right. So, what is his kekkei? Honestly, I don't know. As Jiraiya face faulted, as Minato had a sweat drop. What do you mean, Tsunade? You don't know? You came here barging in and tell us that a kid has a kekkei and you don't know what it is? Like I said, Jiraiya, it hasn't been discovered before. It is a new sort of kekkei. I don't know what it is. I see. We'll find out in due time. But what about Menma and Mito? Are they... Yes, they're fine and the seal is working properly. Jiraiya checked it himself. Yeah, Gaki, I checked it myself. The seal is secure, as it could be. And the QB is safely sealed behind it, and it cannot influence the children. I see. As an onboard dropped by, with silver hair and an Inu mask, as he dropped the mask, Sensei. I am happy that you're fine. Oh, Kakashi. It's good to see you. It's good to see you too, Sensei. It's good to see you too. You know, I was scared that we might lose you today. Yeah, I was scared as well, Kakashi, but thank Kami that everything went well. So, Sensei, are you really going on? Yes. Then who's going to be left behind? No one. Really? I thought you were going to leave one behind. If things did go south, as you said, it will. Well, yeah, I know about that, but now I cannot leave Naruto behind as well, because he has a kekkei, and we do not know what sort of it is, and we need to train him properly in order to gain some control over his powers and kekkei. As Kakashi nodded. And time passed by to the next day as Minato was well and Kushina has woken up, as they reunited with their children with one day of rest, and the day after that, they were summoned to the council meeting. As the whole Uzumaki Namikaze family was there, as Hiruzen Sarutobi has taken the Hokage seat, as the three elders, Koharu, Hamura, and Danzo were there as well, alongside the clan heads and the civilian council members. So, Minato had told them about your plan that you discussed with Jiraiya and me. As Hamura stood up, is it true, Minato Namikaze, that you are going to be standing down from your duties until you return and take leave for 13 years of time, which is quite enough for us to choose a successor? Yes, to be honest, I don't mind if you do, but I will be returning. And who gives you a right, Hamura-san? As Hamura was taken aback by that. What do you mean, Minato? Last time I checked, only Hokage had that much power, nor did the council ever had. I can disband you, and so can Hiruzen over here. But we were instated by Shodai Hokage, Yonbem-sama. Only for civilians affairs, not for shinobi. Why are you interfering with shinobi business? You are only here to suggest, not to implement. Even you elders are. The civilian side is only in charge at the time when it matters with the economy of the village. Nothing else. And only then they are able to deliver their advice to the Hokage. It is not democracy, it is dictatorship. Have you all forgotten about that? Minato said with cold blue eyes, looking at each of them as they all flinched. They knew the man in front of them was not a gullible boy. It was Yellow Flash, the one who brought hundreds upon deaths upon Kiri and Eva in his battle against them in World War III, Shinobi World War III. As Baharu then said, but it is true that we have power and it is a written document of daimyo. Can you show me that? Why? It is a document and I can see it, isn't it right? As everyone nodded, as Koharu reluctantly gave document to Minato, as she clicked her tongue because she was found out. It is a fake one. Arrest them. As they were arrested. What are you doing, Minato? Said Danzo. You are going to fake documents by implementing the daimyo seal. I can very much say that this is a fake one. Want a proof right now? Why don't we go towards daimyo or summon him here? I'll go now. As with the yellow flash, Minato was gone, and then in 2 or 3 minutes, daimyo was there with Minato. As everyone's jaws dropped. So, Minato, what can I do for you? Daimyo-sama, this is the paper that I was talking about. Can you see that if it is your seal, and this document says that you have given half of the Hokage's power by stripping it from him and giving to the civilians and the elders? No, I never did that. As now they were sweating bullets, the civilians and the elders, as the shinobi side glared at them alongside the Kage. So, as a Hokage, I have the power over them, right? As Hokage, still acting as one, and in the guidance of the daimyo of the Land of Fire, I suggest that the elders of Konohagakure no Sato, alongside with the civilian council, be disbanded and never to be returned ever again in any region of the Kage. And if there is no Hokage there, and during that time to select the new Kage, the shinobi affairs and the village affairs will be held out by the previous Kage. If the previous Kage is dead, then it will be held out by the clan heads as a whole, or the Anbu commander, or the shinobi clan head commander, Shukaku Nara. As everyone agreed to that. As daimyo then said, I agreed to that as well. From this day forth, I, daimyo of Land of Fire, suggest that and approve of the idea that the civilian side and the elders are stripped of their powers and rights to ever act or suggest inside the council meeting. They are not to be presented ever again inside any other Kage's regime ever again. You are dismissed. As everyone left, they were shocked that even the daimyo agreed to them. Their ploy has been foiled, thanks to their hero nonetheless. Some of them hated now Minato, but they couldn't do anything. As they were leaving, Minato then said, not so fast. I'm going to suggest that you do a deep investigation on each and every one of them for any kind of corruption. If they do, execute them, confiscating their all assets and liquidating it back to the Konoha's treasury. Done, daimyo said. No, is that all? Thank you, daimyo-sama. Not to worry, my friend. As with a yellow flash, both of them were gone, as Minato returned shortly afterwards. After saying farewell to the daimyo. Now that's taken care of the other day. I hope, Hiruzen, that you run the village once again, my friend. You don't need to worry about that, Minato. So, Sensei, I guess we'll be going with them as well, said Tsunade and Jiraiya, as Hiruzen frowned. So you're really going to leave one behind? No, we're not, Kushina said. Minato and I discussed about that after we discussed the leaving one behind with you, and you lashed out on us. And we are going to be true that you opened our eyes. And Minato realized that it will be a possibility that the one we left behind will never forgive us, and it hurted us to remember that he will hate us. Just imagining it caused me to have a breakdown just before birth. So yeah, I made Minato promise me that we will never ever abandon or leave one of our child behind in favor of the others. We are going to raise them equally as well. Isn't that right, Jiraiya? Yes, Kushina, you're right. Man, troublesome woman. As Shikaku said, hey, I'm gonna copyright claim you on that, Jiraiya. Yeah, go ahead. To whom? What a drag. As Shikaku sat down. As everyone chuckled. After that, the family left, bidding their goodbyes to their friends. As time passed from then on. Almost 8 years later, as they were inside Uzushio's ruins, as that is where they were training. as both Menma and Mito were being trained while Naruto was meditating, which was quite odd for his age. You see, while Minato and Kushina were training both Menma and Mito, Jiraiya was taken interest in Naruto because of his unique Kekkei Genkai that Tsunade told him about, and he wanted to know what the Gaki could do, so obviously he was going to pique his interest in the child. Anything Naruto? Shut up, Arsani, let me concentrate. As Jiraiya got a tick mark. Why, you little brat, I'm here training you and you say that to me, huh? Do you want me to go back and train your siblings, huh? Please go, I will call you once I'm done. Jiraiya had a dark cloud on his head. Really? Is that how you treat your sensei? Man, you really are a savage, kid. I'm kidding, Arasani, love you too. Plus, please, just let me concentrate. As Naruto then felt something, as he formed his hands together, and suddenly a white energy cube was formed. As Jiraiya watched with great interest, is that particle release? As suddenly, gears of metal started to appear as a blueprint was formed. A blueprint of a submachine gun. As suddenly, when the blueprint was done, it became 3D, almost a real life size. Jiraiya's jaws dropped that it was some sort of a metal weapon, but of a huge scale. As after that, it turned into reality. What? Is that some kind of reality power or something? What is this? As after that, Naruto said, wow, it turned out how I thought it would be. What is this, Gaki? As Naruto then started to make its bullets. After making a huge chunk of it, Naruto attached it to it. I just wanted to make a weapon that could shoot, projectiles from afar at rapid speed. Now where to aim? How about that giant building there, Gaki? Shoot at it. As at the same time, Minato and Kushina stopped at what they were doing, as they started to hear Jiraiya's excited voice as they rushed towards there, and so did Menma and Mito, who were at the age of 8 as well, as alongside Tsunade. And they were surprised when they saw a huge metalish object there sitting in front of Naruto. Well, here it goes, as Naruto pressed the button, as the rotor started to rotate, and with a huge sound of bangs, the projectiles were fired. As within a second, hundreds of them were gone, as Jiraiya's eyes widened as he whistled. Damn, Gaki, that is one heck of a projectile. What do you call this? Bullets. Bullets? Yeah, I like that name, bullets. It has a little bit of smoke powder and gunpowder in it. And after that, outside of the shell, it has a huge chunk of metal with a huge spiky end on it. And that is what goes through the person and kill it. Wow, Gaki, you're a damn sadist. Naruto, where did you get that? Kushina asked. Oh, Kachan. Arasani helped me out. Jiraiya grinned. Well, the Gaki made it. How? Asked Minato, as he looked towards the gun, as he saw that the metal was red. Careful, Menma, don't touch it. It's hot. Yeah, I know, Tojan, it's hot. I mean, come on, Naruto, can you make me one too? I guess you can use it. Awesome, as Menma got to use it as he fired another 200 rounds within 20 seconds more. Wow, I shot so many bullets, it's so fun. Don't point it at us, said Jiraiya. Do you want to excuse us with that kid? I mean, look at what it did to the building. Fascinating, Kushina said. This building, it is enhanced with seals. What? Jiraiya said. Are you kidding? No. See, as she put some blood on the seals, as the seals started to glow on the chunk that was left. You mean that this projectile destroyed the building, or already a ruined building that had sealed on it, to make it 100 times tougher? Like nothing? Damn, this is one heck of a weapon, Naruto. As Minato was in deep thoughts. How did it make it? As Naruto then did something in front of their eyes, as he closed his hands together as a cube appeared between them again. Is that particle release? Minato said, and so were the thoughts of both Kushina and Tsunade. But surprisingly to them, the gun disassembled itself and returned into a blueprint, and after that it disappeared, as if it never existed. Hey, where did the gun go? Mito said. A what? A gun. A big tummy gun. No, it's a machine gun, Menma said. Huh, nice name, Naruto said. Thanks, Menma. Mito, that is a good name. I'm gonna name it a machine gun now. As the parents chuckled. So this is the kekkei genkai, Minato said. A kekkei what? Naruto asked. Well, Naruto, you were born with a special ability, or better yet known as a kekkei genkai. Sometimes it is found in different peoples, a unique kind of peoples. As Shodai had wood release, remember? We taught you the story? Yeah. We taught us how Tsunade Bachan's granddad had a wood release ability so he could make forest and can make wood dragons and stuff. I wonder if I can make a dragon. Yeah, Kaki, don't try that now, Jiraiya said. I don't want a giant metal dragon screwing my ass and throwing flames over it. Naruto had a devilish grin as Tsunade facepalm. Nice going there, Jiraiya, you just gave the damn kid an idea. And lo and behold, the next day Jiraiya was being chased around in the whole village by a huge metal dragon who had red eyes as a laser and his mouth breathed huge flames. Ah, I really hate that kid. Naruto, shut the damn thing off. He's gonna skewer me and burn me alive. As Naruto was on top of it, burn baby burn, as he laughed evilly as he had succeeded to overthrow many populations and villages. As his parents had a sweat drop and so did his siblings. Nay, Toho-chan, Mito asked. What is it, Mito? Do you think Naruto is an evil person? I don't know, said Minato, as his eyes were widened. As Tsunade facepalmed. Told you that it was a bad idea to give the kid an idea to skewer your ass. Naruto, Kushina said. What is it, Kachan? Stop it and come back here. As Naruto suddenly aimed the dragon to go to the ground, as the dragon landed and suddenly it disassembled itself one by one into small parts as it disappeared into blueprints, and the blueprints were erased into the square that was inside Naruto's hands. As he was now on the ground, as Jiraiya had some of his hair burning, as he finally put the fire out of his hair, as he glared at Naruto. You Kaki, you are hereby banned from reading the Icha tactic books forever. As Naruto made a fake hurt face. Oh, no, don't do this. Yeah, right, Sanin, who's gonna read your smut? Believe it, I'm gonna write a better story than you and it's going to be a bestseller. Oh yeah, I'll give you 1 year, kid. Make it happen. 1 year later, Jiraiya was hugging his knees and he was crying. He and Naruto wrote down a book and released it from the same publisher as well. Jiraiya wrote the Icha Volume 3 while Naruto wrote The Tale of the Great Evil Tanya. It was a tale that Naruto wrote about a guy turning into a lolly girl and going into a dimension where war was happening with magic. And easily the book was the bestseller in the whole elemental nations, selling over 8 trillion copies each. And Naruto made almost 800 billion yens from it, while Jiraiya only sell 50,000 copies. How did it happen? As Tsunade chuckled. Sucks to be you, Jiraiya. The kid made a lot of fortune. I mean, he's a billionaire. No, Tsunade, he's a trillionaire. Minato said, we're rich. Naruto, congratulations, you're rich. Nekachan, you said that this village was our home, right? Yes, Naruto. It was the home to the Uzumakis. What do you say? Why don't we build this again? We have the budget, and yeah, we can build it again. But who's going to live here, Naruto? Us. We can make it our huge house. How about that? Only us living here. I mean, we are the heirs to the both Uzumaki and Namikaze clans, so yeah, we 3 siblings may marry in the future and have our children here as well. But Naruto, what about Konoha? I may have a way to connect both this village to that, making it our compound. What do you say, Toho-chan? If you have a way, then why not? And 3 months passed as the whole village was turned upside down. There was lush green fields everywhere now and huge boundaries with many of the seals and Uzumaki sprawled around it, making it the Uzumaki compound. It has its own dojo and its own jacuzzi and pool, alongside many relaxations and training facilities, alongside entertainment funds as well. It has its own minibar where Tsunade was just drinking booze after booze. Thanks to her and Jiraiya's recommendations, Naruto bought the expensive of the beers and wines he could, alongside many other facilities and an experimental area where he could make many other things and stuff. A huge area, almost covering half of the village. as there was a sky bridge made out of seals and transparent, tunnel-like, that connected this to the village. Both can go in and out of there, as the tunnel ended where the previous Uzumaki Namikaze clan house was, as that was where the exit was to their house now, inside Konoha. As the barrier around the whole compound, which was previously known as Uchiha, was now erupted once again, covering the whole area as if it never existed. This time more ferociously, as the tunnels, that secret caves that led to their compound, was completely closed off, rebuilt it from scratch once again. As Minato was happy, Naruto still had a lot of money, while Jiraiya was still in drinking his sorrows away. I'm not gonna bet against that kid anymore. He's a demon. I mean, come on. Who sells so much copies? It was his first time writing that damn story. Well, you gotta admit, Jiraiya, he wrote one heck of a story. I really like the tale of the evil Tanya. I mean, come on. Who doesn't like it? But come on, my stories are full of romance and action. Yeah, action on bad, while his is on the real life. Hey, how about this one? I wrote this story as well. His name's Jujutsu Kaisen. Why don't you publish it, Naruto? And lo and behold, it sold more than the evil tale of Tanya, and Naruto earned more enough. It sold almost twice as the copies that he sold previously. Jiraiya was now devastated again, but happy at the same time. So he and Naruto started to compare notes while training as well. Time passed on, and 13 years went like this. And when Naruto arrived back, alongside his kekkei genkai, which was still yet to be named, everyone was surprised. Naruto has long hair, long wild blonde hair, down to his hips. His muscles were more toned, and he wore a sleeveless white shirt, kimono style, and black shinobi pants, alongside with black shinobi sandals, with black forehead protector of Konoha. Many asked why he wore that. Well, Naruto was given a private test by Minato and Jiraiya, and he passed it. And as they were the Hokage and the legendary Sannin, they had the right to pass a Genin if they were taking its test as its apprentice. So Naruto was the apprentice of Jiraiya. He could summon toads and fight in toad style, alongside all of their jutsus, and even can use Sage Mode, but his kekkei genkai was more than enough, so he never used it. As after returning to the village, they all had to go through the test, apprentice Genin or not, as they went towards the academy after meeting with the council. And many of them were surprised at how they grew. Naruto stood 4.5 feet tall, and so did Menma. Menma had short hair like his father, red with yellow streaks and violet eyes, alongside with Mito. Nay, Naruto, can you make me short handguns? I mean, that I can fire with chakra bullets? Chakra bullets. Bullets made out of chakra. It is a quite unique, concept. And in front of the whole council, in order to demonstrate and fulfill Menma's wishes, as Menma was acting like a giddy kid, Naruto made two black guns with chrome handles, as they were quite surprised with his kekkei genkai. As Minato offered a target practice, as he got a log out of nowhere, as it was placed from at the entrance door of the council chambers, as Minato gave the guns to his son Menma. As Menma's chakra entered inside the guns from his hands, and bullets were formed, as Menma fired 8 rounds of both guns, as the bullets went straight through the log into the door. Damn, that log was hard and covered with seals. Naruto, that is one heck of a gun. Can you make me as well one? Said Minato. I just need one. Come on, Toho-chan, here you go. 2 for you, 2 for Mito, 2 for me, and 2 for Ka-chan. Yay, we all get guns. As everyone's sweat dropped, as Fugaku then said, that is a fascinating ability. I would like to form an alliance with you, Minato, through a marriage with your son Naruto and my daughter Sasuke. Wait, hold up, said Kushina. Did Mikoto agree to that? She will after she sees that damn boy. I mean, come on. He's a lady killer, I can tell you that much. Isn't that right, Tsunami? As Tsunami was drooling at the sight of that, as everyone looked at her with wide eyes. What? The kid is hot. Can you blame me? As she growled, as Naruto gave her a wink, as she passed out then and there, as every male turned towards Naruto. Yep, gotta save your wives and our daughters, some of them said, with a tick mark on their forehead. Curse you, Minato, and your genes, alongside yours, Kushina. As the three Genins were then given the coordinates towards the academy, as they made their way towards that, as Naruto knocked on the door. Yes, come in. As it was Iruka. Today was the test for them to pass to become the Genin of the said village. As the three of the siblings entered inside. Yo, your name is Iruka, right? Yes. Who are you? My name is Naruto. This here is my sister Mito, and this here is my brother Menma. We are the Uzumaki Namikaze brothers and sister. As Iruka's jaws dropped. You mean you're the Yondam's children? Yeah, very much summed it up. As Naruto was the first one to introduce himself to the whole class. Hey everyone, my name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Nice to meet all of you. And you as well, pretty ladies, Naruto said with a wink. As many of them blushed and some of them passed out, mainly Sakura, who was a big fangirl of Satsuki. As the inner Sakura said, where have you been all my life? You piece of punk, come here. As Ino passed out as well, Mama likes. Thinking that, as for Satsuki, she was hiding her blush. Curse you. Why are you so handsome? Look at those muscles. Come on, Satsuki, focus. You're going to pass your Nissan and become the clan head. There's going to be a fight in 3 more years. You have to train more hard. As Menma and Mito then rolled their eyes and, well, introduced themselves. Hinata, who was pinching her fingers, was looking at Naruto as well, as she giggled maniacally. My precious. You're so precious. I found you. You were the one from my dreams. Well, surprisingly and disturbingly, Hinata had a dream. A dream where she met a blonde kid with blue eyes with 3 whisker marks. And she was happily married to her. He treated her like a princess, and she wanted to meet him forever. She knew that his name was Naruto, even as well. The dream was so vivid, yet so real. And she was annoyed a bit in the dream as well, because her loved one was surrounded by hussies, who claimed to be his sister wives and his wives. As she thought, I will not let anyone have you, you're mine. These were the words of Hinata, Sakura, and Satsuki alongside with Ino. Surprisingly, as for Menma and Mito, they just sat down as Naruto was bonked on the head by both of them. Itai, what was that for you two? Well, stop acting like a man whore for once, Mito said. Yeah man, leave some chicks for me as well, as he was bonked on the head by Mito as well. You two are damn perverts. Well, can you blame us? Our godfather is a quote-unquote super pervert. Boys, she said in an annoyed tone. And after that, one by one, they came in and passed their test, and with their headbands they left. But Minato's children didn't need anyone because they already had apprentice headbands from their parents and Jiraiya. Anyways, after they became official Ganins, they were left for tomorrow because tomorrow they will be decided on which teams they will be placed on. Naruto hoped that it will be his siblings, but he had another surprise coming tomorrow. As the next day came, they were inside the academy once again. As Naruto has his jaws dropped after it was revealed that his teammates were going to be Ino, Sakura, Satsuki, and Hinata. Wait, hold on. Why do I get 4 girls in my team? Is that a problem? Sakura asked, a little bit annoyed. No, pretty lady. With pink hair that is almost beautiful as my mother's hair? It's not. The thing is that I'm quite surprised. The Genins should be or supposed to be 3 men cell. But I don't get it. Why are we 5? 4 of you and 1 of me? So it's going to be our sensei. Well, this is surprising. Jiraiya of the Sun in himself. I should have known, as in a confetti out of nowhere and a plump of smoke Jiraiya arrived. As he did his introduction, everyone had a sweat dropped. That this was the gallant Jiraiya, the legendary Sanin. As Naruto arrived in front of him and bonked him on the head as Jiraiya was on the ground. As everyone had a sweat dropped. Itai, what was that for, you damn idiot kid? You ruined my reputation in front of everyone. Come on, don't be like that, Naruto. Damn it, Sanin. You wanna go again and be humiliated in other ways? I can make that happen. Remember the last time you said these words? I made you eat them. As Jiraiya had a flashback of the dragon and the loss at the book contest and another one. So yeah, he just said, fine, I give up. But you gotta be happy, kid. You got your own harem. A what now? A harem. Ah, a harem is in which you have many wives. But why? Because you're the last male of the Namikaze Uzumaki clan. What about Menma? Isn't he a male? Well, he is, and he already has the one who he wants to marry. Who? Shizune. Remember that girl with Tsunade? What? Since when? Since forever. They liked each other when Menma was 8 and she was 10. Really now? Yes. Wow, I didn't know Menma was into older girls. Menma said, "It will be wise, Naruto, if you don't, well, interfere in my love life. Even though you're my brother and I love you like one, but you don't dare go there. You are a lady killer. Older, younger, you care about none. You with your looks kill everyone. Heck, I am sometimes pissed at you because I didn't get your looks. But you did get me, honey," she said as the girl appeared with black bob hair and black eyes. She was Shizune in a kimono as she hugged the pig, Tauntaun, in her arms. "Ah, Shizune-chan," said Menma as she dashed towards her and kissed her as she had a tick mark. "Come on, Menma, not now." As Menma rubbed his face on her breast. "Come on, Shizune-chan, don't be like that. You say Naruto is a pervert." She bonked him on the head. "Baka." With a blush she left, as Menma left after her. As for Mito, she just sighed. "Ugh, boys." Anyway, the team was decided and hence began their first introduction. As one by one they introduced themselves, as in canon, and after that, Jiraiya told them that they had to do the bell test the next day, so don't eat anything. As the next day, Naruto and the team arrived, as Jiraiya was there waiting for them. As the test began, Naruto coordinated the others to what he was thinking and formulating a plan. As everyone agreed, Sasuke reluctantly as well, as they all attacked in a formation on Jiraiya. Two of the girls, mainly Sasuke and Hinata, distracted him because of their dojutsus, and after that Sakura with projectiles, and Ino with her mind transfer jutsu. As for Naruto, he grabbed the bells already and replaced them with stones as they paused. Naruto gave the 4 bells to his teammates and told them he will sacrifice his life for them, as the girls were happy at the same time sad that he was going to return to academy. And Jiraiya told them they all paused with flying colors and told them the most important lesson of their life. Those who abandon the mission are trash. Those who abandon their teammates are worse than trash. As after taking his words to the heart, the team went on to do their D-rank missions, as it was going very good, as the demon cat that everyone hated surprisingly liked Naruto, as she snuggled into his chest, which caused many of the girls to glare at the cat because their faces were scratched by the said feline. And not only that, Jiraiya was glaring at it as well. "Curse that cat. She made my living life hell. Wait, how the hell is that cat even alive? I'm more than 50 years old. That cat should be dead. Normally cats lived up to 30 years. How the fuck is that possible?" Everything is possible inside this shinobi world, as he sighed, and let the thoughts drift from his head as he returned to the office where the daimyo's wife was waiting. "Well, hello there, pretty lady," Naruto said with his wink and toothy grin, as the daimyo's wife blushed and made her fan propel on her face, as if making the heat go away, as the males inside eye-rolled, mainly Iruka, Minato, and Jiraiya, lady killer, they all thought, as the girls glared at the older woman, as Naruto went on his way and kissed her hand. "Here is your pet. A fine pet for my fine lady. But please don't hug her too much, right? She feels suffocated sometimes. Just stroke her nice and calmly under the chin." As the cat started to purr, as the woman's eyes widened, as she gave Naruto a kiss on the cheek and went away with a wink, as Naruto then had a blush on his face as he rubbed his cheek and chuckled. As he looked back at his father, who gave him a deadpan look. "What? You do know that your mother is going to kill you if you keep up with those antics. Hey, don't mind me and my behavior. Aaron Sanin trained me like that, so yeah, blame him." "What? You're pulling me under the bus like that? Come on, Naruto." "What? You told me that you were a super pervert and you were the one who took me as an apprentice, so take responsibility, old man. Anyway, I'm out of here." As Naruto puffed away out of existence, as the girls glared at Jiraiya. "Now, my students, look, A flying plane! A what now? As the girls and Minato and even Haruka looked out there, and suddenly, when they returned back, Jiraiya was replaced by a big frog dummy. As Jiraiya was dashing already halfway across the village, as every one of them sighed. And suddenly, the girl said, one of them, Satsuki merely, Okage-sama, permission to have our first C-rank mission. Well, you have to go get your sensei. Without his approval, I can't give you one. As the girl's eye rolled and finally found Jiraiya and Naruto after 2 hours of search and dragged their asses back to the office of Minato, where they were given their first C-rank mission and introduced to Tazuna. What? These are going to be my carriers that will deliver me back to my village? As Naruto mimicked him, yes, we will be the one. Oi, Gaki, are you acting like me? Yes, I am, you drunken piece of shit. As everyone chuckled at that. As Tazuna had enough. Fair enough. Fine. Meet me at the gate within half an hour. We'll leave then. As Naruto mimicked him, said, okay, fine. Go now, piece of shit. As the girls chuckled at that. Man, don't they even know basic manners to come here without being intoxicated? Well, Dad, I gotta go home and pack my stuff. As after Naruto packed his stuff and bid goodbye to his family, he left to meet with his team. And after their team met, they went on towards their journey towards the land of waves. As they encountered a puddle, as Naruto winked at Jiraiya, Jiraiya smirked, knowing what it was to come. As Naruto suddenly had an urge to barf, as he went towards the puddle and barfed on it. But what anyone didn't knew was that his barf had some seals implanted on it. As Naruto was barfing, he placed some seals, as his barf was frozen on top of the puddle, meaning the demon brothers were frozen inside his barf. That'll teach them a lesson, a disgusting one at that. As Jiraiya then said, Gaki, that was the most disgusting idea I ever saw, to imprison them. Well, joke's on them. They should have thought of a better, well, genjutsu. I mean, it hasn't rained for a month and they put a puddle right there, like nobody's going to notice. Now they should be stuck in that, because I ate a lot of ramen and a disgusting watermelon flavor one. Oh my god, I gotta take one as well. As Jiraiya barfed on the side as well. Gaki, you should stop eating fruit flavored ramens. Those are disgusting. And watermelon flavor? Really? Well, blame the company, not me. I'm a ramen lover. It's the foods of the gods. As after rolling their eyes, they went on the mission, and suddenly a sword was swung at their way in a mist. As Naruto grabbed the sword with his one hand. Whoa, Naruto said. It's quite heavy. Where did it came from? As Zabuza came here, in front of him. Oh, Agaki, holding on my sword with one hand. It's quite surprising. Nobody can hold the executioner blade like that, kid. Are you a swordsman? No, I'm a weaponsman. What's that? As Naruto used his kekkei genkai with a metallic smirk, as Jiraiya said, oh shit, girls, fall back! As Jiraiya dragged the man who was drunk half awake with fear for his life, as the girls were also dashing towards their sensei. What is going on, sensei? Satsuki asked. Yes, we're going to leave Naruto-kun behind, Hinata asked, in a worry about her precious. As Ino and Sakura were looking at Naruto, a bit worried and confused as well. As suddenly, a huge metal dragon, piece by piece, was formed in front of them out of nowhere, as the dragon roared behind Naruto. As suddenly, Naruto said, how about this then? I'm going to add some more modifications. As the dragon's claws were changed with drills, as were his teeth, and from his eyes, they were replaced with 2 machine guns. Fire! Naruto aimed at Zabuza, as Zabuza was being mauled, almost half to death. His blade was already destroyed, and suddenly Haku appeared, and he was being mauled as well. After Zabuza and both Haku were drained from their chakra, thanks to the claws which were chakra draining metal, Naruto patted the dragon, good boy, as the dragon disappeared after separating piece by piece, and then turning into the blueprints, as the blueprint disappeared in the circle. The square that was inside Naruto's hands. As the square disappeared as well, as Naruto made his way towards them and tied them up. So, tell me, Zabuza, who sent you here? Or you wanna meet my buddy? Again. No, anything but that. Gato. His name is Gato. That is who sent us. What was his reason to send you? To kill the bridge builder, you damn idiot. Huh, nice one. So, why do you want to kill him? And where can I find this Gato person? As Zabuza gave him the coordinates. Good, here, I'll give you this money to heal up and live off a new life. Why are you helping us after beating us to death? Because first, I was just, protecting my teammates and myself. Because you're one heck of a swordsman if I see one. And that sword is pretty heavy. And aside from that, you were being used. I can tell you that much, you dumb idiot. What are you calling an idiot, Gaki? I mean, how old are you? 13? I'm twice your age. And still dumb as fuck. What do you mean by that? Don't you see? A person who only sees his own benefit cannot benefit you. He's going to double cross you sooner or later. As then a clapping sound was heard. Wow, great observation, kid. Why don't you join my hand? Really? How much are you going to pay me? As Naruto's teammates and Jiraiya eyes widened, and then Jiraiya smirked inwardly. What are you planning, Gaki? As Naruto went towards Gato to shake his hand. Well, sir, you have a deal, Naruto said, after God offered him 1 million yen. As Naruto looked at Zabuza and, his compliance, who was still an Anbu, a hunter from the outfit, as Naruto suddenly made a dragon appear from his other side as it mauled Gato in front of the whole populace. On one side it was the land of wave populace, on the other side it was none other than the bandits. As Naruto then said, you wanna go? I have another way to kill all of you, if you don't leave now. You don't scare us, kid. And suddenly Naruto gleamed in his eyes as Jiraiya said, fuck, they're dead. As Jiraiya said, people, get out of there! As the civilians started to dash towards the other side, while the goons dashed towards Naruto. And suddenly Naruto's square in his both hands widened, as from the water a rumble occurred, as the goons were quite frightened. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a Leviathan made out of metal appeared from the ground with blue eyes. Leviathan, attack! As the Leviathan opened its eyes, like a Bijidamite fired a laser, a blue one, disintegrating everyone in its path. After the laser died down, the whole half mountain was disappeared out of existence, as the land of waves populace watched in awesomeness and awe. As Naruto then disassembled the Leviathan, and Naruto's teammate girls were blushing madly at the sight, as well as their eyes were widened as their jaws were dropped. What was this power that Naruto had used, and what were those things made out of metal that Naruto called Leviathan and Dragon? As Jiraiya said, that is Naruto's kekkei genkai. Before you ask any more of those questions, he can make a monster made out of chakra and metal appear out of nowhere. It is his power. I see. As the girls were now more determined, because the men they chose were not just a lady killer and a playboy. He had the power to back it up as well. As the populace of the land of wave cheered, as Tazuna bowed to Naruto. Thank you so much. You saved my people. You saved all of us. Nothing to worry about, Gato. Now go and complete this bridge. And Jiraiya, what, Gaki? I'm gonna pass out. As Naruto passed out then and there, Jiraiya dashed towards Naruto and hugged him. Man, this kid's gonna make me die early because of the worriness I have for this kid. What's going on? Is he alright? Satsuki asked, a bit worried as her eyes flashed red. Her Sharingan is acting up, meaning she likes that Gaki, Jiraiya said with a smirk. And the Hyuga likes him too. Same could be said for the pink-haired girl. And the Yamanaka as well. Ho, Gaki has a harem set for him. Damn, I'm jealous. Anyway, after that, within a week, Naruto was A-okay from rest and up on his feet. And during that week, the bridge was built without a hitch and given the name, the Iron Claw Uzumaki Bridge. Naruto liked that name and returned back to his village with a treasury in his hand from the land of waves, as the village was getting prospered once again, back on his feet, as it was under the protection of the Uzumaki Namikaze clan, as the symbols of the both clans were at the gates as well. As Jiraiya at the main gates met with an old compliance, he's member of a spy network. He said, Gaki, you go on ahead, I have to meet with someone. Naruto knew that Jiraiya had a spy network, and he nodded. Okay, Rasanin. Catch you later. As Naruto and his teammates went towards his father, as they entered the office, Minato asked, It's good to see you, son, and you guys as well. Where's Jiraiya? He had a compliance to meet. Minato got the words and nodded. I see. What's that? It's a treachery, Hokage-sama, that after I defeated Gato, they gave to our village. It's good. Now, Naruto, I want to tell you that since your sensei is busy, before any of you go, that the tuning exams are coming up and you can sign your forms here if you want to enter. So, what you guys say? Naruto said. As every one of them nodded. Cool. I knew my princesses could handle this much, as all of them blushed. He called us his princesses, as they said in blush, as the males' their eyes rolled. Mainly the Anbus. As an Anbu said, that guy is going to be a lady killer in a hand sign. As Yamato, the only wood user there, ground. As Minato sighed as well. What am I gonna do with this kid? Curse you, Jiraiya-sensei. For the first time I curse you because you corrupted my baby boy. He was an innocent child, and then he discovered his kekkei, and he discovered your damn books. And, well, I guess I gotta curse myself as well because of my looks that he carries. Well, anyway, I'm proud of him. He's happy, at least. As after that, Team 7 was entered inside the tuning exams. While Jiraiya appeared after the team left. What is it, Jiraiya-sensei? Well, Gaki, bad news. Akatsuki. What about them? Minato said with a frown. It's a mercenary group, isn't it? That goes around helping the villages? Their real motives have been found out. It is known that they're after the Bijus. What? How many? Minato said with narrowed eyes. All of them. Meaning his two children were the target as well. What do they want with the 9 Bijus? What could be so important? Asked Minato with a deep frown. I do not know, Jiraiya said in all seriousness, but keep this information out of Naruto's ears and train the 2 other ones. Naruto is already strong enough. He's already a Jonin level, I can give you that much. But knowing Naruto, he wants to go through the whole phase of becoming Chunin, then Jonin, and then becoming an Anbu. Sometimes I wonder, the kid have some massive power. If he could use that, no sensei. I'm not going to use Naruto to militarize our powers and make gadgets for us. You know, the longer his material construct stays, the more chakra is depleted. Meaning, he cannot let all of his creations stay for much longer. He will die from chakra exhaustion at one point. Even though he's a chakra monster, you say that in his report that he used a Leviathan, a new creature for water, a huge one from his dragons 10 times, to use a energy beam out of nowhere from his mouth. And the attack was itself devastating, but it caused him to pass out for 4 days. Isn't it right? Yeah, I guess Kage didn't left out a detail. Well, you know Naruto, his escapades, he never leave anything out of it. As both of them chuckled, easing up the mood. Anyway, I want you to keep an eye out for the Akatsuki. Any other news? Orochimaru. As Minato was on alert. What about him? He's planning something. I don't know what, but he is planning something. Beware of Suna. He was seen in and out of Suna's gates many times. As Minato's frown deepened, I guess we need to talk with the council now. As the council meeting was called and revealed to them, while on the other side the team prepared for the Chunin exams, training hard with their own clan compounds, while Sakura and Naruto trained as well, because both of them were the only ones that didn't need it to train or have anyone to train in Sakura's case. As after 1 month, the Chunin exams came, and the first 2 rounds went without a hitch, in which Naruto encountered Orochimaru, and with a smirk on his face and fear on Orochimaru's face, Naruto thrashed Orochimaru like a buck, and Orochimaru retreated back with a broken arm and a broken leg. He was cursing Naruto. He knew Naruto had such a fantastic power, but now Naruto was a target, a specimen in Orochimaru's eyes that he could use as a next body. With that genkai, he could create so many powerful weapons to destroy Konoha and rule over the whole world. He had dark ambitions, but unknown to him, Naruto, after meeting with Anko and seeing her curse mark, had already countermeasures for his curse mark, as he already applied seals over his body so that Orochimaru's curse mark couldn't influence him. Heck, he even break Anko's curse mark as well, getting many thank yous from the girl, as the said girl became Naruto's older sister figure as well. And after the second pass was cleared, Naruto informed the Hokage of Orochimaru's appearance, and his aim was Satsuki when Naruto prevented it. Satsuki was now deeply in love with Naruto to the level she could kill anyone for him, or die for him as well at his command. And then, when Naruto was resting at night time in the preliminaries round, before the preliminaries round, after clearing the second one, she attacked him and kissed him, and Naruto kissed back as she confronted him about her feelings, and Naruto agreed. Unknown to her, many other girls came inside Naruto's room as well before her, as they were sleeping, as Naruto chuckled. As she pouted and hugged Naruto's chest tightly, breaking his one rib. Anyway, Naruto was in pain, but he still hugged her and let the girl anger out of it, because she was the last one to arrive. Anyway, the second round came to an end, and after that, the third round became mainly the preliminaries that after 2 days more. As the matches went as in canon, Naruto was hateful towards Neji, Gaara. Gaara broke Lee's leg and Neji, well, devastated Hinata. He was going to kill him, he vowed. Unknown to him, it was Hinata's plan, because she was the most devious one in the whole Yuga clan. She was most corrupted out of all of them. She wanted to see her beloved act for her. She wanted to see his face in that state of shock and anger for her only, and she got what she wanted. And true to his word, after 1 month of stay, Naruto appeared and devastated Neji by thrashing him to the ground and shoving his fate deep inside his ass, causing Neji to shake with fear. But Hiyashi jumped down and bowed to Naruto to forgive him. Naruto reluctantly did. As he left, many of the Genins were left speechless, because Naruto never goes all out. Then they remembered to never get on his bad side. Every one of the villages saw that. And they were cursing because Minato's legacy was so strong. And one by one they all passed. Mito was off from the exam because she and two of her teammates were injured in the preliminaries round. So yeah, she gave up. As for Menma, he was disqualified because of his foolishness, because Shizune appeared and he lost track after waving at her within his fight. As Minato groaned, Naruto was the only child of his family that was there. And he was damn pissed off about something he didn't knew. And after that, he went straight towards Hinata to check upon her because she hadn't returned. And to his surprise, she was up to go as Naruto went towards there and hugged her and comforted her. And Hinata cried some fake tears, saying that she wanted to reunite her family and Neji did this to her. Naruto's anger for Neji enraged, and Hinata smirked and looked up to him as she then said, "It's alright, I forgive him. You don't have to worry about any more, Naruto-kun. It's not going to get between us. I promise." As Naruto said, "I won't let anyone hurt you, Hinata. You, any other girl that is in my life. No one is going to get hurt." As Naruto kissed her and hugged her close, Hinata felt safe. And guilty, a little bit, but she felt loved and safe for the most part. As well, this was going on, Naruto returned back to the stands to watch Satsuki having match with Gaara. He was worried about Satsuki, and suddenly Gaara let loose as he was transformed into the One-Tailed Jinchuriki, as the One-Tails was now released, and suddenly Genjutsu was about to be foiled when Naruto broke this with his huge chakra wave burst, and much to annoyance of Kabuto, as Naruto then said, "It's an invasion." As after that, he made his square box to use his 3D kekkei genkai, 3D turn reality, as he called it, as Naruto made 8 F-22 fighter jets that could go at sonic boom speed, with many nukes and machine guns, and 4 Cobra helicopters, as all of them went towards the air and going to defend their village from the air side, as many of the shinobis from the opposite side from Suna and Oto were killed off before they even entered the Konoha's gates, causing them to retreat back. And suddenly they disappeared, and on the other side, Hiruzen was fighting inside a dome with Orochimaru and the two Kages. And suddenly inside Hiruzen's hand, a gun materialized as he saw Naruto there. Use it, as Hiruzen closed his eyes and aimed at Orochimaru's head, and the bullet went straight through Orochimaru's skull. It was a chakra bullet, killing him instantly. Orochimaru was no more. As Hiruzen has some tear marks falling from his eyes, as the Sound Four, dropping the barrier, retreated with their master's dead body. Otto was no more, because the leader of the village was dead, and Suna found out that it was Orochimaru who betrayed them, so they apologized to Konoha and formed an alliance with them yet again. As after that, time went on and 2 years has passed, and many things have happened. Naruto had fiancés now. Once his girlfriend were now his fiancés. He was yet again at his antics, being the lady killer he was, going in the town and winking at every woman he saw, pointing at her or waving kisses, causing many women to gush over and fall as the men groaned. As this was going on the Akatsuki base, Akatsuki had other plans. They wanted to invade Konoha and get rid of one person if he wasn't able to aid their base. Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, his Kekkei is proven to be more dangerous than any other they could see. So, they had one plan, to lure him out where they could kill him. And it was going to be a biggest mistake in their life. And so it happened, as Conan appeared to be an injured victim, as Naruto was returning from Suna after returning Temari there. He was gone there alone, as he was now 15 years of age and stood 5.8 feet tall, as he saw a woman with blue hair and orange eyes. "Hello, lady, are you alright?" Naruto asked, as Conan looked towards him. "Yes, I am now," she said, as suddenly Naruto felt that he was entrapped with papers. "What is going on?" As the Akatsuki appeared from the shadows. Well, well, well. "Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. Not so strong now, are you? Who are you?" "We are that of Akatsuki, and we want you to join us." "What's your goal? And why do you want me to join you?" "My goal is simple. I want world peace." "It's a nice goal, but not a best way to convince someone." "How are you going to achieve world peace?" "You see, for world peace there is some sacrifices required, and I need all the Bijus for that." Naruto's mind went blank. "How are you going to use the Bijus?" "By extracting from their Jinchurikis, you know." "But you do know that they will die," Naruto said, as his eyes were covered with his hair. "Yes, a sad loss at the name of peace." And suddenly, all of the Akatsuki members lay dead in the ground, as 5 shadow clones holding chakra weapons were there, aiming at all of them, as Conan looked at Naruto with fear, as Naruto burst out of the papers that was holding him, as a submachine gun was formed in his hands. "Surprise, motherfuckers," Naruto said, as chakra bullets fired in 1 second, 20 rounds, as it went straight through Conan. Pains are part of it. Zetsu even died. Toby wasn't even fast enough to go through his Kamui, as all of the other Akatsuki members were dead, except for Hidan and Kakuzu. Kakuzu was in deep shambles. 4 of its hearts were destroyed, and the 5th one was damaged beyond repair. He was losing blood and passing out already, as Naruto launched 2 grenades in their mouths and dashed out of there, as their mouths exploded, killing them both. It was no way in hell Hidan's head could regenerate after exploding into bits, as Naruto cracked his neck. So much for Akatsuki. My ass. So much for peace. I'm gonna make peace either way. After returning, Naruto wanted his father to persuade peace, so another meeting was held. As inside this meeting, the Kages from other villages came. Kiri was newly liberated, so their Kage was a woman. Naruto wanted to meet her because he said she was a beauty of her own class. And as they arrived, Naruto met with some pretty ladies. From Iwa he met Kuretsuchi, and from Kumo he met 2 pretty ladies, Yujito and Samui. Naruto winked at them as they blushed. Even Kuretsuchi begrudgingly blushed at that, as Oniki ground. Another lady killer, great. As for Mei Terumi, she was licking her lips as Naruto bit his lower lip and winked at her, causing her to blush and her legs to be wet. As Minato said, "I called you all here because my son wanted to talk to you all." "What? That is the reason you called us here, Minato?" "Come on, Hokage. Be honest, why did you call us here?" My father is telling the truth. I wanted to talk to you all. I wanted to talk about peace. Peace between all our villages. Not gonna happen, Oniki said. "And why?" Your father, he killed all of us. You three killed my whole village. Uchiha Gakure, what about it then? As they were now silent, Kuratsuchi and those who were the entourage of the Kages were silent, as they looked at their leaders who had lowered their heads down in shame. You didn't bother with them. There were many kids, innocent women, elders. They all died at your hands. You were there as well, Tsuchikage. You were there, leading the said army, weren't you? Your hands aren't clean to claim that you don't want to have any peace because my father killed hundreds of yours. You killed millions. What about those? As Oniki was silent. Fine, fine. We don't have to go into the past. Well, you wanted to go now. So why not now? When I say and mention Uzushio Gakure. Those lives weren't important, huh? What about them? Before talking and sounding like a hypocrite, you should remember and see within your own color that it is not clean. And now we should get on with our main topic. I want to achieve peace. Fresh slate. New start for all of us. What about it? Why do you want to achieve peace? He said. As much as it sounds good, what's in it for you? Nothing. It's in it for me, it's nothing. But for the new generation, it is peace. We all nations send us children to war. Generation after generation. Just so we can prove that we are stronger. And for what? Just to get attacked by the other villages to prove that they are stronger than us? No, I don't want that anymore. I want equality. I want the new generation to know and live with peace and learn about each other. I know it's hard for us, but for the new generation, it will be easy. Want it? We have to change the views of the old and push forward with the new generation. How can we be so sure? How about an alliance then? I like the political marriage one, said Mei Terumi. Okay, I'm in for it. Who's gonna marry who then? Minato asked. I'm going to marry your son, said Mei. What about it? Handsome. Oh, pretty lady. I am all ears and in for it as well. I mean, who's gonna miss on that piece? I mean, look at her. Lush lips, beautiful face, that gorgeous auburn hair, those eyes, your figure. I mean, come on. I'll be stupid to pass on that. Mei Terumi blushed. Oh, stop, you smooth talker, you. I guess I'll sacrifice for Eva, Kuratsuchi said with a blush. Oh, you're beautiful as well in your own right. And I guess we will from Kumo, both of them said with a blush as A had his jaw struck. Really? Both of you? Yes, A-sama. Fine, these two will do for us. They'll be marrying you, Namikaze. Do you agree? If you break their hearts, I'll kill you. You don't have to do that. They'll kill me, and I'll let them do that because they're my princesses. I'm gonna treat them like such. You better, said A and Oniki. And after these talks were done, Naruto had his new wives introduced to his previous fiancées, and begrudgingly they married with and agreed with living with each other as they married. And on the night they did the deed, Naruto and his clones were at work all night. And the next day, many limping women came out of his bedroom, which was a double queen-sized bed joined together. As his mother sighed, thank God there were silencing seals and wine cancellation seals, or you would have caused us to stay awake the whole night. As Menma and Shizune, who were married now, also came from the other side, as Mito and Hana came from the other side as well. Both of the girls were dating each other out of nowhere. Mito came out as bi, and his siblings and her parents agreed to that. They didn't bother with it. But Jiraiya, well, that sick bastard wrote down each and every one of their intercourses and his new Ichaicha book, which was a bestseller, outbeating Naruto, as he was now making L-shape and dancing at Naruto. And Naruto then said, oh, yeah, you wanna go? And he wrote down the story of none other than the Indiana Jones, and outsold him yet again. Damn it! Jiraiya said. Naruto was already rich, famous, and a lady killer, and he achieved peace like that. On the other side, Kaguya broke free from the moon, as she was now descending upon Konoha. As Naruto was enjoying his peace, she came in front of him. Wow,
Hello, Angel, Naruto said, getting into his lady killer attitude, as Kaguya blushed. Make me yours, and I will let this world as it is, and we will together bring peace to it. I already did. You don't have to worry about that, pretty lady. Either way, your wish is my command. And lo and behold, next day Kaguya was clutching Naruto closely to her, as both of them were naked under the sheets. As Naruto had a grin on his face, I love my life. As this is where I'm going to be living the story of, guys, the life of Naruto, the Lady Killer, and having a unique kekkei genkai. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, as this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing out.